Welcome, everyone. Welcome back, I should say, to the Keepin It Real Podcast, episode 15. We have been on a 2 week hiatus, so we apologize to everyone who tunes in weekly, but we are back and we are happy to be back.
We're back from our brief hiatus.
Yes. So, a couple busy weeks.
Only Big Brother fans will understand that.
I used to watch Big Brother, but it got to be a little much.
Go on. Oh, I'm sorry I interrupted.
No, that's okay. My name is Colin Doyle. I will be your MC this evening, and with me, as always, is my co-host.
I guess that would make me color commentary.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, we know where we're at now.
Yeah.
We're back. A little rusty.
A little rusty. Things are going good. We've been away and doing things. You've been at AMM. I've been at AMM. Previous to that, I mean, wow, spring market. Wow. I can't even put into words how busy I am, but taking 25 minutes to record a podcast was not possible. So that should give everyone an idea.
I got backburnered.
Well, you were busy too, man.
Well, actually,
Don't do that.
our first week that we missed, that was on me.
That was on you. Like, I've got to go and save a puppy, and there's a cat in a tree somewhere, and I got to go do my thing and be the local
I had to teach how to save lives.
saving lives and photo ops. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can I actually tell you a quick story? So the first week that...
You're not going to wait for my answer?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, you can.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Perfect. So the first week that we missed, so a couple weeks ago, it was because I was teaching a first aid class. And I had a group of 18 people. Class went well. Never really thought much of it. I get a text about 6 days later from one of the participants in the class, a 19-year-old girl, and she had said that I just wanted to reach out and thank you again for the class. I learned a lot, blah, blah, blah. And I actually ended up doing CPR and using an AED on somebody at a hockey game last night. And
Wow.
she said when the paramedics got there, they commended me for my skills and asked how many times I've done this before. And she says, I literally just learned how to do this.
You know you are? A sensei. But that is an amazing story.
Yeah. No, and it was good because I've taught classes where people have done CPR before, and maybe I was the one who had taught them, but this girl had never taken a first aid class before, and just so happened inside of a week she had to use the skills I taught her. So it's for me. I mean, I enjoy teaching them, but that just makes it worth it.
You might have contributed to saving somebody's life.
I may have.
Yeah. That's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I can't top that.
No.
Other than the real estate round.
Oh yes, the real estate round. Yeah.
No, I can't even do it. It's been wild, man. It's been a wild few weeks. I cannot. Often when you look at realtors, you think how many listings do they have? But what you should be looking at is the turnover rate.
Mm.
The turnover rate of those listings is I can't keep one completely, and I don't want to.
Yep.
The goal is to get rid of it. So if you watch in Portage, overall, you see this number of listings that stays static in the 40s. Now that has been for a year.
Right.
But what you don't see is that as this market ramps up in the spring, you'll have 8 new listings, but you'll see 8 of them get sold as well.
Right.
So things are the pace is keeping up and the listings are staying static. Because you don't see the turnover rate of all the things that are coming on the market.
They're moving as quickly as the post.
And that tells me that it's still a pretty balanced market in Portage. Not a lot is going over asking price. That is happening more frequently, but it's not like Winnipeg. You can still get a good deal out here. And
Right.
when people talk about bidding wars, really that's a sensationalized way of saying multiple offers.
Right.
Because you don't have a bidding war. You're not at an auction
not
where
like
people
an
are
auction.
doing this.
Yeah.
You're putting your best foot forward. That people are opening envelopes and generally picking one or doing a counteroffer on one of the offers.
Right.
If you counteroffer 2, you might have 2 accepted offers. And that would be bad.
Yeah, it would be bad.
Yeah.
Have you ever found yourself in that situation?
Where I have 2 accepted offers? No.
No.
No. Because
Bad practice.
you pick one to counter, and if it doesn't work out, you may pick a second one to counter
Right.
after that first one is dealt with. But generally speaking, if it's that close and you want someone to just move a little bit, that's what happens.
Also, big news in the real estate world on our end yesterday.
Do tell.
Well, Real Brokerage acquired
Oh my.
Remax.
I think the price was 850 million. I was telling someone this story, and they're like, "Well, how's that going to work?" So Real Brokerage now owns the Portage office. I'm like, "No, Real Broker owns Remax, like the global company."
Right.
So 850 million was the reported amount. I think I'm right. I might be off by
I think you're
10,
right.
10 million here or there, but
Big
it's,
number.
we have very different business models. So Real Broker's cloud-based. We focus on tech. We don't have lots of brick and mortar offices. Remax is a traditional brokerage where they do have brick and mortar offices, and they have franchises that have gone out to people. So the way this rollout's going to work is going to be very interesting over the next 6 months or so. What are going to happen to those offices?
Right.
Are they just going to go right into the real model, or is there going to be some kind of a hybrid
Right.
system? But,
Are they going to name Remax? We don't know that yet.
I think it's going to be a hybrid of the two names because of the brand power of Remax. I think it would be silly to just scrap that.
Right.
Yeah, but that's just the opinion of somebody that started their career at Remax and now with Real Broker.
How about Real Max?
I don't know, man.
Just fine.
I don't know. But hey, comments. What should it be? Mash those names together and come up with something.
Mm-hmm. Real Max.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah, moving on.
What else we got?
As far as real estate goes, lots of things happening in Portage. That hotel out on the highway sold.
Mm-hmm. I heard.
I don't know who bought it, and I don't know what they're doing with it. The Hojo. But lots of stuff is coming out of there.
Yeah, I saw a lot of moving trucks there the other day.
Don't know if it's staying that way. Of course, we got the old news now that mall
Oh, yes.
was sold, and someone's doing a redevelopment on that. Lots of things happening. We had the Portage Commons open. We were there as counselors.
Yep.
They have a ground floor commercial space, and they announced that a coffee franchise was going in there.
Manitoba made a coffee franchise.
Yeah, what was the name? Yeah, you don't know either.
No.
I had not heard of them, but it's cool. Like the beans are actually, there's going to be a Dakota Teepee brand of roasted coffee bean.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so that's, they're a partner in that building. It's going to be a pretty interesting thing.
Yeah, it's a cool space, and it's a good location. And for anyone from Portage here, you know that spot on the avenue has just been an eyesore. You know, just an empty field, guy selling blankets, guy selling flags.
Previous to that, it was Tiza Mercury.
Was there a gas station there before too?
Gas station across the road on the, like Tiza was two properties.
Right.
It was on the opposite sides of Saskatchewan Avenue from each other. The old Tiza building, that's the big garage, is still there, but there was a gas station on that corner. And they did all the environmental remediation and testing and remediation for the lot across the street because someone else originally wanted to buy that, but the deal didn't go through.
Right.
But yeah, it went from a gravel lot that was starting to grow weeds and just be a mess to this beautiful downtown building.
It's nice.
Yeah. Now we got a few more spaces to fill up like that. Portage is rocking and rolling.
Moving and shaking.
Yeah. What else we got going on? We're kind of just rolling right into like this week in Portage, but we.
It just came from our operations building where the mayor and the city manager had presented the AC Emmett Award that was received at the Good Roads banquet last week in Brandon. And the award is from CAA, and this is the first ever award, the first time this award's ever been given out. And so the city of Portage la Prairie's name is on there. It is in the first spot, and it will forever be on there. So and immortalized. And that is for the Saskatchewan Avenue project.
Yeah.
And the city was not overly involved in the building of it, but maintaining it and making it beautiful. That's what the award's for.
We were, yeah, I mean, we weren't the city council of the day, which was the last council. Got the ball rolling, got the design approved, and did all the approvals, all that stuff, and it was, yeah, it's beautiful down there especially compared to what it was.
Yep.
Prairie Unity Powwow was a finalist, a nominee for the Manitoba Tourism Awards in 2 categories: cultural impact and Indigenous tourism, and we were not successful. And I didn't say this in council last night, but I'll say it here. If the people that were deciding on that award actually understood what we accomplished here, I think we would have been undeniable.
Right.
But
kind of one of a kind. Right?
First of its kind anywhere that you had a municipality and 2 First Nations communities all working towards the same goal, putting on that event.
On municipality.
Yeah, right here in the middle of the city of Portage, Stride Place. And it was a great event. Now, that being said, we will not be deterred. Like, this was not something we set off into saying, we hope we win an award for this, because it wasn't even on the radar.
Right.
It was nice to be nominated. We went in and we had a good time at the awards night.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. What about last week? Can we talk about last week a little bit?
AMM?
Yeah.
To meet Michael Landsberg.
Yeah, that's kind of what I want to do. We had a couple of keynote speakers, Michael Landsberg from TSN's Off the Record,
yeah,
and Dr. Shauna Pandya, who is a young woman who has accomplished a lot in her life.
She is an exceptional human.
ER doc, neuroscientist, aquanaut, now astronaut.
Any one of those things by itself is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But then you add them all together in one person.
Right.
And that is, how do you even describe somebody like that? Dedicated? Mm-hmm. Does that do it justice?
Yeah, I would say so.
Motivated, dedicated, focused.
We were trying to figure out.
Also a black belt in Taekwondo.
Yeah, second degree black belt.
Yeah. Just to throw something else in there that's difficult to achieve.
Yep. And we were talking about it. We don't know for sure, but we're assuming she's not married or doesn't have kids, because all of those roles that she is in probably consume a hell of a lot of time.
I would say that it probably does not allow for, but what the hell do I know? If she told me 2 of those things and then said, I'm going to do this as well, I'm like, how do you make that happen? But I'm sure if anyone can do it, it would be this person for sure.
Yeah, she was impressive. And then Michael Landsberg, when I got on the board with AMM and we were looking for keynotes last fall, I have seen Michael Landsberg speak before. I've seen him give this talk, and so that was the first name that came out of my mouth. And scheduling conflicts happened in the fall, but we were able to get him here for this conference in the spring, and I mean, it was exactly what I had expected, because I've seen it before. Very moving, very touching. Yeah, subject being mental health. And he speaks in a way where everybody listens,
He's an exceptional speaker. Swears a lot more than I thought he would.
Swears a lot more, yeah.
AMM, over the years, I've been here, I've been up to many of these conferences. And there are only a handful of speakers that I've heard that I will remember. Mm-hmm. He is definitely one of them.
Yeah.
The 2 this spring will be memorable for me. Lots this went, I listened to them, they had good things to say. Thought, wow, that was great. But ask me what they talked about now.
Right. He gave a speech for people who deal with issues surrounding mental health. It let them know that they're not alone, and that this is very common. And for people who don't deal with the issues, it gives you perspective. From it makes you understand a little more and be a little more sympathetic to it, and that's what I pulled from it, because it was just so impactful, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was great. I mean, he's this brash guy that, everyone kind of labeled as arrogant. And,
Yeah.
but I mean, demons going on inside. It was nice to get a chance to actually chat with him after.
Yeah.
And he hung around for as long as people wanted to talk. It was great.
Yeah. Another one that stuck out for me, kind of off topic here, but we had the one survivor of the Humboldt bus crash last spring. Were you at that one?
I missed that one.
Another one that just kind of sticks with you, and I mean, all the speakers are good, but there's some that just kind of stick with you.
One of the ones, just on this topic, one of the ones I remember really well because of growing up seeing this person on the Johnny Carson show.
Oh boy!
And it wasn't the keynote; it was the entertainment at one of the galas. Was the amazing Kreskin, and that
never heard of him.
He's like a mentalist, hypnotist, mentalist.
Yeah.
And he came in and did a show for us, and it was interesting to see him after like so much stardom in like the 80s and still doing it.
Yeah.
That was one that sticks with me just for nostalgia's sake.
You ever been hypnotized?
I am unhypnotizable.
Oh, okay.
I have gone on stage and done the thing, and does not work on me.
I have once. I mean, I've been to so many and I really enjoy watching them. I was put under once, and it's a weird feeling because you're aware of everything you're doing, but you just have no control over it. But I much prefer sitting in the audience and watching everyone else make an ass of themselves than me up on stage.
Yeah, I guess there's that fear because you see what other people go through. And, am I going to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they can, if they can get you under, they can make you do just about anything.
For sure. That's a story for another day. But
wrapping up this week in Portage, we got to go to the Habitat build yesterday.
Yes.
14 homes. This is number 14 that they built in Portage.
Impressive.
Yeah, so somebody's getting a brand new house at an affordable cost.
Mm-hmm.
And the family was there. We did the soil turning.
Yeah.
I watched you stick the shovel about 1/8 of an inch into the dirt and
hit a rock.
Basically dust the ground let's just say if Colin was digging the hole, it would be a 10-year build.
As soon as I put that shovel in the ground and it just went in like this much, I was like, shit. I looked up at you right away. Look on your face. You asshole.
Shaking my head in disapproval. Oh, no. Yeah.
Well, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
What else we got today?
We're talking about the attempted.
Oh yes.
The attempt on Mr. Trump.
Yeah.
If you can call it that.
Third attempt.
Is it the third?
Yeah. There was the one at the rally. There was the one at his golf course. And
you know what stuck with me out of all that?
The guy eating his dinner.
The one guy, Dana White, like they told us to get down. He's like, I'm not getting down. I want to see this. And he stayed up and he's like,
oh really? Oh, I didn't even see that.
He was in the crowd. He's like, this is awesome. I want to see all the stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
And then nothing really happened in the venue. But what comes out of that is it's more important to build a ballroom at the White House and how good looking all the security staff were.
Mm.
Yeah.
If you watch that grainy video, which, I mean, I don't really know who, they don't sell those cameras anymore. Like,
it's like a modern day Sasquatch video where you can't make out anything. Like, do you still have a flip phone? Did it appear to the one guy that has the flip phone with the
right,
the Sanyo camera that is
like, we all have like these ultra HD cameras on our freaking doorbells. And you're telling me that the Hilton Hotel in Washington, D.C., that's the security cameras they have? This black and white, like, 8-bit Nintendo.
And what kind of a person has had someone try to kill them 3 times and they're just cool with it? It's all good.
Right.
It's part of life.
Yep.
You know, like,
Put together a press conference right after,
Yeah.
60 minutes within 24 hours.
man, if I had someone out there I knew was coming after me, I'd probably, hide and maybe change what I'm doing a little bit. I don't
That's
know.
right.
Yeah.
Maybe you do. Fall back.
All that. He's on to us. Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah, no, that was it's a strange one. And oh man, the world of politics is, well, I mean, it's wild on both sides of the border. It really is.
A little bit closer to home, though. I mean, rolling into Mr. Rob Canoe is one of the most outspoken guys on the American political scene, and it's refreshing. But he tells it like there's no. Maybe there is a filter. Maybe it's worse, but he says it like it is how he sees it with what's going on in the States, and it's refreshing. He won't be traveling across the border anytime soon, I assume, but it's pretty interesting.
It is. It's fun.
Yeah. And I'm gonna next week. I want to do this as a kind of a regular segment, so I'm gonna dig up a few political stories to go through. If you're okay with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and it's gonna be on a weekly thing. We haven't really weighed in too much on opinions on things, and maybe that's for the best. But maybe
What are we gonna call it?
I don't know.
I'll come up with something clever. I am just a clever.
Yeah, you're clever. Yeah. ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Can you give me a list of the top names for a political segment on a podcast? Make it funny and make it sound like I came up with this. There's your prompt.
That's rude.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So what are we calling this episode? We'll call it
The return.
the return. Getting back into it.
Yeah. Yeah. And maybe we should put a bow on it. Keep it short and sweet for today, but maybe isn't that short and sweet. What are we at here?
It went a little while, yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, as usual, everyone, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
We're
Episode
gonna try
15. Thank
to,
you.
We're going to try to get back on a regular weekly schedule. I think we probably can,
Mm-hmm.
as long as Colin doesn't book any gigs on a Tuesday morning.
That's right. And I got to give a shout out to my friend Christian, who has been on my case about getting back in here and recording. So glad to see we were missed. And as always, thanks for tuning in. And oh, one more thing.
Krista, if you are watching more than one episode, chime in. I want to see you in the comments section.
Yes, CVM, let's hear you.
Yeah.
All right, can I get to the thing now?
You can do the thing.
Okay. Thanks for tuning in.
Hang on. Don't do the thing.
Thanks for tuning in to episode 15 of the Keep It Real Podcast. We'll see you next week. Until then, keep it real.